What led you up to actually going back into church? Because as you said, younger, you were doing church and everything.
Yeah.
What were the months or even the year that led you up to going into the church?
I had an encounter with the Lord when I was in my teens, and I didn't know what happened. All I know, somebody was like, I was trying to avoid an argument, and I started singing a gospel song, and all I remember was the person putting me down to sit, and I'm like, what happened? And he said, you were singing the gospel song, and then all of a sudden it was something else, So I realized now what it was. The Spirit of the Lord was upon me. So what happened, I had another encounter while I was going through some personal things with my partner at the time. I had a partner, we spent 18 years together. And I was also going through some things with some people who I thought were my friends, people in the music business. I had enemies, like one person caused 3 other women to become my enemy. It was something like, it was a lot. And I started talking to the Lord about it, about everything. And I took out my clothes, went into my bath, talking to the Lord. When I stepped in there, I remembered I heard the voice of the Lord when I turned the pipe on. I heard the voice of the Lord and he answered. But what he answered and said, it became a melody and a song, and I started singing and praising. And then the Lord just touched me in a way right there, and I didn't even realize that the bath was about to flow over. And that was when I heard in my spirit baptism. So when I catch, come back to myself, I remember telling people I was about to get baptized, and people were laughing at me. Like people in the industry, I was, publicly saying I was going to get baptized because of that encounter. And people start laughing at me. And that was when all the enemies, like the devil just start, pushing them from every angle because I was about to walk away, but before that though, like, so years ago, before that, when I did that song, take my money, take my friends, take my houses, I don't need my bands, take my smile along with my strength, but leave me Jesus in the end. That was years ago. I think I did that song maybe 15 years ago or 12, somewhere there. And I wanted to walk away from the business that time too, because the women, the jealousy, the envy, the bad mind, the bickering, the crabs in a barrel thing, I was ready to walk away from that time. But I had family to support, and I always worried about, how am I going to support them? That was because I wasn't in the word of the Lord. Because if I was in the word, I would know that he said, he shall supply all my needs according to his riches and glory in by Jesus Christ. But at the time, I wasn't, so when I had the encounter in the bath, and I told everyone, that was when all hell broke loose. And I end up in a clash on Sting with another female. But the thing is, she was not the only one I was hoping to destroy lyrically. There was 2 others, and I needed them to just come because they were talking a whole lot, just talking. And I had so much missile. If they had come, God wouldn't bother with me. But because it was that bad, all the lyric that I had pertaining to one of them was just too much. And I knew she was a coward, but if she had come, I would dismantle everything. I don't know what would have happened that night, because trust me, I know that woman could never stand up to what was, But anyway, the Lord did not allow it. Praise God. The Lord did not allow it, because I believe if he had just leave me, let me do what I wanted to do, on my own, then, I would have gone to hell by now. But God said, I ain't gonna let you do that. I have something for you to do. There's purpose in you, and I need you. I didn't give you this talent for you to use it for the devil. And, so I remember praying, like when I was finished, I was asking God not to let go of me. I say, God, even hold on to my skirt. Even the tail of my skirt. Because I didn't feel good after winning the clash. I felt so much like a piece of dirt. And I believe, you see, I was pushed because of them just pushing at me. And there was someone in my life also who, pushed me because they love the money, or, the things of the world. So after that, I didn't feel the presence of God when I was praying till one day I went to a funeral for a female artist. She was a young female, and I met her once. And when I went, God started talking to me because there was 3 songs that brought me through my darkest period. And those 3 songs, 2 of them, 2 young lady came up. Shereen Henderson, she sang one, and Elaine sang one. And I felt God presence right there. And I ran outside, because normally I run out of churches whenever I feel the presence of God. Because I was always saying, I don't want to drop on the ground like those people, So I was running away. But God brought me back in that church and ministered to me through the pastor. The pastor was talking about 3 people who made it to heaven. One was asking the Lord, why are these people here? Wasn't he a rapist? Wasn't that one a woman who slept with these married men, or whatever it was that the pastor was ministering? But the man said, the Lord then said to her, that's what the same thing people have been asking about you. That's the same thing people have been asking. Why are you here? How did you make it here? So right then, the Lord showed me that there was a place for me in heaven. So I was saying to the Lord, I can't stay here among these hypocrites, because 2 of the females were there who were tearing me down and lying about me. And the Lord followed me home. He said to me right then and there, when I said that, he said, love them and forgive them. And I went home. When I went home, the Spirit of the Lord came and was all over me, talking to me. I was the only one in this big house, and God was just talking. It was a pouring out that happened. And I just won't tell you no more, but he told me to call my sister. I called her, I couldn't get her. I saw her, she pop up, just drive up and come. And I told her, God said I should go and get baptized. And she was the one who called, because she knew people. She was a Christian before me who fell off. And God used me to prophesy to her that day about coming back to the Lord. Have me prophesy to another man named Philip, a friend of mine. And then, have me prophesy to another woman. It was something that I didn't want to lose. What was happening, what the Lord was using my mouth to say, and, to people, it was just so beautiful that I wanted more. And a whole lot of things happened. And that's how he said, go and get baptized. And he said, don't tell anyone. He said, wear white. And I just looked for white, and I went, and my sister called the pastor. God already arranged a pastor to turn back from his, he was on his way home, and his name is Bishop Everton Thomas, and he baptized. Yeah.
Okay. This podcast is brought to you by www.twolinedmusica.com.